Guys, I'm so excited to tell you what I'm gonna say. But first, I have to say two things. One is that my dad had to take my downtime to, for some reason, from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So now I'm on a different user, as you can see. The language is Turkish. I forgot to change it back. And also, these widgets are here. So yeah. Now, I want to present to you the project I've been working on for the last 1 week or something, with the help of Mr. ChatGPT. It takes like 1 GB of RAM and one entire CPU core whenever I write a prompt to it. Beautiful. And anyway, the OS I'm gonna show you is named Planix OS, but in version 1.0, codename Merkur. Also, I do want to point out grub entry shows GNU Linux, and also I do want to really say that you can't do much in here, but because I've only been working on one for like 1 week, it doesn't even have systemd. Yeah, but anyway, let's actually see the operating system for once. My cursor is invisible. I changed that to black because I don't know. And wait, the cursor is itself gone. Is in fact gone. Okay, now it remains back. Okay, I'm getting a spamming escape. I used Ubuntu and also Tailscale, so I learned how to use Bridged for the entirety of my life. I also used SSH because that makes it way easier to use commands, like something like this. Anyway, let's boot grub GNU Linux. Okay, right off the bat, this is what we are looking at. There's a UEFI server firmware settings. There's GNU Linux advanced options for GNU Linux, and yeah. So let's boot up the operating system. Press any key to continue. By the way, this weird error is not so bad. I mean, we can just ignore that error. Oh wait, it just automatically pressed the key. I did not press a key, I swear. And okay, yeah, I have set up Getty and custom init. Keyboard works. That is so cool. Like, I mean, I had to recompile the kernel twice just to get the kernel registering my keyboard. Also, the good part is that I didn't really have to do it from scratch. Though it literally took almost all my entire battery, but I did it yesterday. Today I did like some extra things and even fixed the internet. Wait, what? Okay, just so you know, Ncurses works. Yeah, and yep, Ncurses 6.6.2025/1230, and that's the latest version, obviously. So ls doesn't show anything at that's because they're all hidden, and since I'm using Getty, it automatically puts me in /root, and also, I don't know why, but every single time login works, there's a random hyphen before bash 5.3, which is the version of bash I'm currently using. I had to compile all of these, which took so much battery percentage, and I once even completely drained my battery to smithereens. There are things like run, but look, I getty.reload. There's dev, which is populated. There is sys, which is populated. And there's even proc, which is so many items that I forgot how to count. Anyway, nano works, just so you know. So first of all, let's try pinging Google. Obviously, it doesn't work. Now let's try using DHCP/CD, and it doesn't also work. But if I now append ETH0, nothing. But if I can, and now I can put in Google. Sure. I mean, the time is questionable. I mean, there's not much latency, obviously, though I'm using Wi-Fi. I mean, I have an Ethernet cable, but the router is so far away. I mean, it's not that far away. It's around the corner, but I seriously don't want to take the entire computer. Anyway, let's not get too distracted. Let's see what there's. We have strace, have a debugger, and for some reason that happens. Even if I use LD config, it doesn't find it. I don't know why that happens, but if I try and if I manually invoke the loader, let's see what happens. Oh, that wasn't there. Oh, so it's an S bin. No, okay. Oh, it's an all local bin. What the heck? Anyway, what happens if I do this? I'm done. Like, why is it? I did even include USR lib inside of LD. Look, just look. This is the configuration of LD, which is LD so conf. Conf. Look, it even says USR in here. What has happened? I don't know. Less works. It was in local bin, but thankfully I managed to change etc profile to export a small path. And what I mean by small, is this monstrosity? I mean, it's like average, right? I'm not pretty sure. Also, for some reason, reboot did not exist. Even after installing Util Linux. You can clearly see I'm using Util Linux because it says mount. I had to write my own reboot wrapper, and this is how it goes. Okay, yeah, so anyway, let's actually see what's inside this reboot wrapper. That it synchronizes the disks and then reboots. There's even a power off wrapper I had to code, which is just this. So yeah, I'm probably going to be distributing this online, maybe like on GitHub, and maybe I'm gonna be uploading it. I'm not pretty sure. Let me know in the comments what I should do with this and how should I distribute it. Should I just like put this in a tarball and then compress that with XZ and then upload that online? The AMD is 64. x86-64 viewers can't and won't be able to use it. Well, I mean, I'm actually sad because you guys don't get to enjoy this. I mean, why would you? This only has one TTY. I mean, nobody even cares if you really think about it. Also, I found something interesting. Yup, instant kernel panic whenever you want, for like no reason. Also, my dad, stole the charging cable, so I guess you get the point. Anyway, what does the init do if you're wondering? It mounts things like dev, sys, proc, and run. The dev isn't going to be mounted because dev is already mounted. There is no PTS and SHM, even though the init tries to mount them. I am not changing the init file, sadly. And then it opens a dev console to open this TTY shell. Then it does magic, and then it waits 3 seconds just for the devices to initialize, and then it runs a getty. And hold on, let's see. There is the getty thing, but you can't view it. If I prep it to less, I can, and then you can see it. There you go. So let's try running it. A Getty no clear TTY 115 200. There you go. We got a login, Planix login. And yes, I did change the kernel configuration just to make it print out Planix. What did you expect? The operating system's name. And I do want to point out that if I ever distribute this, username is root, password is also root, because I couldn't come up with a better password for it. I also had to put a password because if we were to just put a Getty in there, I wouldn't be able to sign in, since root doesn't even have a valid password. Anyway, hope to see you guys later. I'll probably make a more detailed video on this. So yeah. See you guys later in a probably future video. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the future video. I should probably stop saying this. This is like my third time I said the entire phrase in the whole freaking video. Anyway, yeah. Goodbye for now.